Hey there, it's Jim Nicehunger, and if you have been around the expertise space, selling your expertise for any length of time, you already know that your offer lives in three worlds. And if it dies in one world, it dies in all three. Those three particular worlds are the world of your specific expertise, the world of your hungry crowd, and the world of your niche landscape. Let's break those down just a little bit so you see exactly what I'm talking about here. And so when it comes to your specific expertise, there are two key variables that we want to pay attention to, two places where you probably have distinct advantages. One is your perspective, meaning that you see things that a lot of people do not see, particularly the people that you help. You see things that they don't see, and you have the skills to do something about it. You know what to do about those things. And then when it comes to your hungry crowd, the reason that I'm saying hungry crowd instead of ideal audience or your ideal avatar or whatever sort of thing, it's better to stay focused on what they're hungry for. There are pains, things they're hungry to get away from as quickly as possible, and desires, things that they are hungry to have as quickly as possible. And then when it comes to your niche, two simple things here. There are the forces of what's going on in your niche, how saturated it is, how technology such as AI is affecting it, all of those sorts of things. And then there are the options that your hungry crowd has. And one of the options that we always must overcome is the option of doing nothing. And so anyway, why does this all matter in a particular way? How do we navigate it? Here's the way that I look at it. Because when we look at your hungry crowd and your specific expertise, there's only part of your expertise that is relevant to them, to their situation. There's only part of your expertise that is unique in the niche landscape. And of all of their pains and desires within the options and the forces that are affecting them, only some of them are urgent. And so this is what we're navigating with every offer. And yes, it can sound complicated, and it's got so much more complicated than it ever has been because there are so many more competitors in every niche than there ever has been. Language gets overused, gets saturated. And so I put together this thing with my AI that I haven't looked at yet intentionally. And so I want to find out what it looks like. So I'm going to show you here So here's what my AI did is built this document of 36 entries. And so this is a content bank that it created for me to position my specific offer, my specific expertise. And so we're going to take a look and see how it did. I haven't opened this, like I said. So I'm going to switch my screen here. And so here's the offer. It's not highlighted in, here's the document that I want to look at. It's not highlighted in yellow yet because I haven't clicked on it. So here goes my first click on it, and we'll see if it produced anything good or not. Because for the most part, the way that I have this system set up, it's producing things that you cannot produce with ChatGPT. Anyway, all right. So there we are, the 1K offer content weapons. And so let's just take a look what's in here. And so this is just a section about who they are. The one line, nothing is failing. That's the problem. When everything works, you can't see which is the one thing, and your 5 businesses are eating you alive while each one posts a profit. So that's speaking to a specific situation for a specific avatar in my market. And so then there is a sales letter piece. It's not that you need to work harder. It's the overbuilt trap. You have 5 offers and every one of them works. Revenue looks healthy, but margins keep shrinking because 5 businesses cost 5 times the overhead. You can't figure out what to cut because nothing is broken. Every coach you've asked says double down on the winner, but they all point at a different one. So you can see how that is creating a content basis for me. The next, the respected authority the market can't place. Everyone knows your name. Nobody knows when to call you. Your reputation is a mile wide and your position is invisible. Okay, so pretty decent content that it's starting to create here. The mission-driven teacher. Your free content is better than most people's paid programs. That's why nobody buys. You gave away the bakery and now you're wondering why nobody pays for bread. Pretty good. Okay, so then the everywhere expert. Huge audience, real engagement, revenue that doesn't match. People with a fraction of your reach are earning more because they said one thing and kept saying it. You said 50. Okay, so those are some pretty good content hooks, right? Okay, who this is not for. If you're still figuring out what you're good at, this isn't for you. The problem I solve only shows up after you have more capability than the market can see. So once again, like this is positioning of the offer, so that an important part of positioning of any offer is how to tell people it's not for them, while at the same time signaling to the people who it is for. Okay, and so then here's a bunch of stuff about what people have tried for copywriting, marketing, positioning to sell more of their offers, essentially. And so creating content and hope the market figures it out. You're not being ignored. You're being understood from 12 different angles. And the market can't place someone it understands 12 ways. Know anybody like that? I can't count how many times I've been understood from how many different angles, right? Read books. Try to self-diagnose. You've read the positioning books. You did the exercises. You generated 5 viable strategies. Your capability means you can create options. It also means you can't pick one. So anyway, pretty good. Use AI for positioning help. You took your expertise to ChatGPT. It gave you a brilliant direction. Then another one, then another one, then another one. Now you have 6 breakthroughs and 0 position. I talked with somebody recently who has an 800-page Google Doc that is the transcripts from one chat thread in ChatGPT. It's crazy. And I've done very similar things myself. And so that is why I'm doing things where I have 52 agents with over 1,000 skills that are building things like this for me. Instead of seeing how many ways it can take me off track, it's seeing how many ways it can position the exact same thing so that I'm not talking about as many things as I possibly can. Okay, if you tried brand strategies and brand agencies, you paid $10K for a brand strategy. It lasted a month. Not because it was bad, because your strengths tunneled underneath it in a week. I know that one. Anyway, marketing agencies and fractional CMOs. You hired a marketing team. They made your scatter louder, faster, and more professional looking. But they didn't stop it from being scatter. Anyway, business coaches. Every coach prescribed more. You need a webinar, funnel, a signature framework, a group program. You already have all of that. Nothing is missing. Everything is too much. And so what I am working with people on are not problems of lack. It's problems of abundance. People who know too much, can do too much, create way too much complication for themselves. Anyway, so the bottom line, what does all this mean? Here's the bottom line of what it means at the moment. I can research any niche, map the hidden language patterns, the frustrations of the people in that niche, and then map your expertise against the major competitors and onto the unmet desires in your niche that the competitors don't even know about. If that sounds remotely interesting to you, reach out to me, tell me about your offer and how you're sending traffic to it, and we'll see if what I do is even a fit. That's it for now. Thanks.